right? I'm not really sure why I'm live. I've never really gone live, but I am in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space, and I just couldn't help but share. This is for anyone who needs to take a minute and just breathe and just allow themselves to just stop and think for a moment. Stop and be grateful. Stop and just, think about life or whatever. Take a moment and share the beauty that exists. If we just allow ourselves to just let go of certain things and find the beauty. Feel me? So yeah. Oh, Carrie. Hi, Mama. I'm so happy. I needed it too. I woke up a little anxious. So I definitely just came out here with my boy and I just meditated and I let it all go. So, and I felt led to share it with whoever else. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but yeah. Look at the sun. How vibrantly it's just, it feels so warm. Just took a few to close my eyes and allow the sun to just re-energize me and refuel me. And as the current flows, I just ask the current to take away all my worries and my anxieties and whatever is just like in my mind space that doesn't need to be there. May it all just go up to the sky. I'm thinking of doing more of these. This was just, it was in my spirit and I don't be listening, so it's about time to listen. And I wish I can have all of you guys here with me. But yeah, I'll just take a moment to let you guys enjoy this. And I'll move the camera as I continue to go. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm actually really nervous, but thank you. Thank you guys, because you guys are giving me so much confidence, and thank you. I just don't have words. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll see where I'm led. Maybe I can do some guided meditations or just, things like that. Excuse the noise in the background. I'm in a public park here in New Rochelle. It's an island. I can share the name when I get it. But yeah, thank you for sharing this space with me. I'll just continue to share this beautiful scenery. And as you watch it, maybe you can just take a couple of breaths and picture yourself here. I'm sitting on some rocks by the shore. There's dragonflies and butterflies, and there's a nice breeze. Beautiful. Feels like a summer day. So if you want to just take a couple of seconds and just picture yourself here, or if you have another happy place, you can allow yourself to go there real quick and just let that peace fill you. The wind is blowing through the trees right now as I speak, and you know that sound that the trees make, the leaves make as they're blowing. Try to picture that in your mind. And if there's anything you're worried about, anything that has you troubled, anything that you're not sure about, just follow the current and just picture the current taking all of those worries away, all of that fear away, and try to picture the sun just being so rejuvenating. Picture the sun fueling you with all the peace that you need, all the clarity that you need, all the rejuvenation that you need. Again, thank you guys for sharing this space with me. Thank you for taking time out for you to just take this in and embrace it. And I just want to thank Spirit for allowing me to do this for whoever needs it. There's a little house in the distance too. I don't know, something's coming through that maybe some people may feel alone and feel like they're floating by themselves in these pools of what's going on around the world, personally, collectively. And that house seems like it's alone, and it may seem a little lonely over there, but if you look around, look at all the beauty that surrounds that house that seems to be standing alone. I guess that's a lesson, for me included, when our minds or certain things tell us or fill us with feelings that we're alone and stuff. Sometimes we just need to take a step back and look at things objectively and honestly ask ourselves to look at the beauty that surrounds and make us question these things that we allow ourselves to feel. And when we do that, just like that boat, I don't know if anyone's ever heard the term of our ships coming in. They start to flow in. Sometimes slow, but sometimes faster than what we think. We just need to take that second, make that choice to really just allow for certain things to come through and allow us to see the bigger picture, myself included. I'm gonna picture myself on that boat. Like, see the waves, the ripples that it creates. Oh, I appreciate you, my love. Thank you for joining me. I honestly didn't know if anybody would join, and I'm so grateful for you guys who are on here. I appreciate you. There we go. Another thing that's coming to me is when certain things in our life start to create certain waves that we weren't expecting. I wasn't expecting that boat to come through. It's been so quiet. This is the most noise that the water has made, but sometimes unexpected things come and they create waves in our lives. But then look, you see how calm everything got? Everything went right back to the way it was. It may not be completely the same, but there's always calm. We can always find calm in some way, shape, or form. A lot of things depend on our perception. Perception is key. Intention is key. So when these waves hit and it feels like we're drowning, sometimes you just gotta let go and float and let the current take you to where you gotta be. No, I don't mind at all. It's in New Rochelle, Glen Island, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't quote me on that, but do New Rochelle and Island, and I'm pretty sure it'll come up. I can definitely DM you after I do this live and find out for sure. It's not far. It's a short drive. I randomly came up here. But it's freaking beautiful. It's right here in New York. And I'm so glad that I allowed myself to just let go of how I thought this day was gonna go, and I just flowed. And the flow brought me here, and it allowed me to do this for you guys, for myself and for you guys. Yeah, come through. They have barbecues, there's parks, they got everything, and the whole thing, it goes all around. They got benches and it goes all around, and this is only one side of the park. There's a whole other side where there's trails and trees and a big field. For anyone who's just joined, I'm just sharing this piece of peace that I'm currently at, just in case someone needed to take a break from what they're dealing with right now, from where they are right now, and soak in some beauty, some piece of nature, which I've felt so called to. I've been spending a lot of time in nature these days, and it's a beautiful day, and I just felt led to share for whoever needs. Take a moment to breathe in and out with the current, with the way the water's hitting the rocks. And the dragonfly just flew over my left shoulder. Yes, and I believe it is Glen Island Park. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Look at that sun. Look how beautiful. It's just shining bright. It's just doing its thing. A lot of us look for purpose and we run after all these things, and honestly, I'm starting to learn and relearn that our greatest purpose is just to be and do our thing. Thank you to everybody who joined. Even if you had to go, you're greatly appreciated. I'm going to do more of these. And I think I'm going to save it if I could figure out how to save it. But yeah, I plan to do way more of these things and have a little more structure and flow at the same time. But yeah, as I feel led to share, I shall be doing that. Thank you again for joining me. So peaceful. So grateful. So peaceful. Alright. I can't even see how I look. I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah. Make sure I don't look crazy. But yeah, whoever joined this live, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for allowing me to, for sharing space, basically. This was random. I didn't plan to do this, but I feel I've been visiting a lot of beautiful, beautiful places and like just local places. And I've been called to meditate as soon as I get there. And while I was meditating today, I felt led to just share where I was, just in case anyone needed to see something beautiful, to be reminded of the beauty that lies in nature, and as a metaphor, the beauty that lies all around us, even when things don't seem too beautiful or don't feel too beautiful. I myself woke up with some anxiety today, some just weird feelings in my chest. But as soon as I sat down, I allowed myself to sit down and just take a minute and to just let the sun just do its thing, like rejuvenate. And I allowed the sun to just fill me with energy, and I just envisioned the sun burning away anything that didn't serve, like whatever anxious thought that I had, whatever thought that I had, any bad habits, any negative self-talk, or old stories that I still find myself attached to, anything that just didn't belong. I just envisioned the rays of the sun just taking it all off on me, and then the current of the water just letting it drift away to wherever it needs to go, because it don't belong here, not anymore. So yeah, that's what I did. And the trees, and then the wind blew, and I just pictured the wind taking off whatever the sun didn't get. And yeah, sometimes you gotta go where the wind blows. You just gotta allow yourself to just do what your soul is calling, no matter how scary, no matter how different it may feel, no matter what people say, man, because the only person living this life really for you is you. Like, the only person you have to deal with at the end of the day is you. Like, that's the longest relationship you're ever gonna have, the longest friendship you're ever gonna have, It's the biggest investment you're ever going to make. It's within you. So what you don't do for yourself, you can't really expect for other people to do it for you, at least not all the time, because we all need help sometimes. We all need that reach, that, that extra hand that will help pull us up. But as we all know, things don't last forever. And there has to be a point where you really just got to fight for yourself and your self-love and your sanity. So, yeah, yeah. Again, thank you for joining me. And I'll be doing way more of these. On the replay, if I figure out how to save this, if there's any suggestions, anything you would like to talk about, I'm not a professional. I'm just a human that's been through human experiences, and I know part of my gifts is just to sit and listen and offer feedback or channel anything that needs to be said. I'm still learning how to do this. I'm still flowing. So again, thank you for joining me. For real. It means a lot. And I'm just gonna reverse the camera again to soak in more of this beauty, and then we'll end this live. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have had a day you needed. It's not too late to change it around if it hasn't been going the way you want. It's still early. All you need is 5 minutes. 5 minutes of a quick, I feel like this, but how do I want to feel? And just take it from there. Mwah. Much love to you all. Thank you again. Yeah, just look at the sun. Picture the sun doing what I said earlier, basically just removing and cleansing whatever you feel doesn't belong. And letting the currents wash it away. Be like water and flow. That's one of my cousin's sayings. She says that a lot, and me as a double water sign. Yeah. Learning how to flow and trusting the unknown is not always easy, but sometimes it's really necessary so we can shine. Just came to me. You see how I can't really see because the sun is in my face, but how the sun is reflected off the water, and it's not exactly reflection of how the sun looks, but it's still a reflection. It's reflecting that light off, and how can I put this? I don't want to lose it because I had it in my head, but I feel like I'm losing it again. A lot of situations and people and places that are put in our lives are meant to serve as a reflection. What they reflect is different for everybody, honestly. But a lot of things are meant to reflect back to us an array of things. Things we need to work on, things we should be proud of, things that we should be grateful for, things that we should be doing. It can reflect a tremendous amount of things. Again, it's all on your perception, but I just felt led to share, like, let's for certain situations, let's remind ourselves that a lot of things put in this life in front of us that we have to deal with serve as a reflection. We're all reflections of each other at the end of the day. I have a friend who was talking about this in one of his lives recently, and that just came to me again. That seems to be a big theme, especially with we're in Libra season and Mercury retrograde has a big focus on our relationships and finances, and a lot of what's happening in our personal lives is a reflection of how we think about certain things and how we perceive certain things. Like, for instance, with me personally, wow, wait, look at that real quick. I just thought that was dope. But yeah, a lot of things, like things we attract and stuff, they tend to reflect how we feel about ourselves deep down. So, for instance, I've always, I found myself questioning like why I was attracting certain things in my life that weren't, what I wanted to attract or whatever. And I really had to sit down with that question. And it came to me like, girl, you're not really, living to your potential. You don't really believe in yourself the way you're supposed to. And sometimes you're really, really hard on yourself. So because of that, the universe responds to that. And the things you've been attracting and stuff, like, it's just reflecting how you subconsciously feel and things that you haven't let go of yet. So if anybody needed some insight as to something similar, that's what just came to me. Like, reflections, everything is a reflection of something else. And when we allow ourselves to see things that way, it can be a great help, a great reminder, like, okay, this is here to teach me something, this is here to show me something. What is it? Rather than taking on a certain mentality or allowing ourselves to. But yeah, that was what came to me. It sounded so much better in my head. But I hope it made sense to somebody. I really do. But yeah, bear with me, guys. I'm just starting to do this. I'm so nervous right now. Like, my heart's beating. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. And I hope that this did something for someone. And if it didn't, it's cool, man. I just feel blessed that I'm even able to sit in a beautiful place like this. And I have it to like share and film it. And yeah, to all of you who joined earlier and said all of those beautiful things and appreciated it, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending you kisses and hugs. Yeah. What's today? Thursday? Have a beautiful Thursday. The weekend's coming. Just enjoy it. These nice days. Tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day too. If you can, get outside, sit in the sun for a couple of minutes. Just let yourself soak it up. Like, not totally forget about your problems, but just allow yourself to enjoy something nice. Especially if you live in New York. Like, go to a park, sit under a tree. If you can find some water, sit by some water and just take a book or a notebook, or just take yourself and just allow yourself to feel free for just, even if it's just a few. And thank you, I appreciate that. Patrice! I got excited. Hey, mama, just sharing this beautiful place that I felt led to come to. Wish you were here. Love you too. Love you more. Can't wait to see you and hug you. Yes, ain't it? I just had to. You gotta come. I had to share it and just share something so beautiful to give people a moment to just soak it in. I just didn't feel right sitting here and not sharing this. This is so, oh my God. It's right here in New York too. Thank you for receiving me. Thank you for receiving this video and hopping on. Definitely gonna bring you here for sure. Oh, look at that orb. Alright, y'all. I've been live for a little while. Again, thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing this space with me. I'm gonna try to save this. I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure this out. And you can play it back if you want, if you feel that too.